Jimmy, a disappointing day with the bat, particularly today. What do you put the struggles down to today?
I think they were fairly bowling-friendly conditions prior to and just after lunch, and added to that, I think England really exploited the conditions really well. They were consistent. They got the ball to swing. They didn't give us many freebies, and maybe a little bit of inexperience on our part as well. So I think a combination of those issues. I
guess you'll have expected Jimmy to come out firing today. Jimmy Anderson on his last test. Were you expecting the show that Gus Atkinson put in on debut?
Well, I think the England attack, I think they have all of their bowling attack are world-class bowlers. We haven't seen Gus bowl, but he's done pretty well in county cricket this season so far. And he really put up a good show, held his hand up and had a pretty much a dream debut, I think.
And from the position that you find yourselves in after day one, can you sort of find a route back into this test match over the next few days?
Well, we try. It's going to be difficult, but this is what test cricket is all about. You know, you have a bad day, you're going to have to think about it, roll your sleeves up and come back on day two and try and work your way back into the test match. So we have 7 wickets to get, first of all, and then hopefully, bat for 2 days plus, see where we are at the end of it.
Thank you.
Hey Jimmy, this is Behram Kazi from Pro Sports. So there's been a lot of hue and cry over the non-selection of Kevin Sinclair, and Gudakesh Moti was preferred because he is a frontline, slow left-arm, orthodox spinner. What would you have to say about that selection call? Because a lot of people are saying that the batting depth could have been enhanced had Sinclair been in the lineup.
Yeah, you can't take away the impact that he had in his debut test in Australia. However, we felt that on this surface, our best attack would have been the 4 seamers who played and our number 1 spinner, who's Gudakesh. It's good to know that we have someone with the talent and ability of Kevin, and his time might come. But for now, we thought that this was our strongest team for this surface.
And just on the debutant opener, Mikhail Louis, he looked mad impressive at the start and he scored that 6 as well. Do you think that he's someone that could represent West Indies in the long run?
We're keeping our fingers crossed. It's not easy finding quality openers at international level. He's a young man who's done very well in the regionals that finished in April this year. He deserves to be here, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that we have found a long-term opening partner for the captain and somebody who will serve West Indies for a long time.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not hearing you. Sorry about that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool. I was saying that in Australia we saw West Indies batters kind of showing the composure and the basic sticking and the discipline. Do you agree that at some point some of those batters missed out on that today, of converting good starts?
I think there was a combination. I think there were some good deliveries that were bowled. I think in a couple of instances, batsmen's hands might have gone too far out in front for conditions like this and against the type of bowling that we had. But I would qualify that by saying that for young men who've never toured England, and certainly with the exception, I think, of the captain and Jason Hole, have never batted in conditions like this. I think it's a real searching examination, but I'll keep saying that for a young team and a young batting lineup, I'd rather they learn these lessons early in their careers and they can reflect, hopefully find short-term answers, but I think it'll make them better players going forward. There's nothing to me like an England tour in English conditions to find out, first of all, where you are as a batter, but also to help you to improve as well.